No.
Mhm.
Did you start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically the prompt that I was given was that the Washington governor essentially wants to switch all current vehicles to electric vehicles by the year 2030, and whether it will work. But I just think that this is completely unfeasible and that it won't work. Because A, too many people own petrol-based cars in order for everyone to just switch over to electric cars. B, there's just too little time for us to change everything in the next 6 years from everything to petrol cars to electric cars. And C, changing everything to electric cars would monopolize the economy towards to car brands that have already existing electric vehicle infrastructure. So my first point is that there's already currently too many people that own petrol-based cars in order for everyone to switch over to like an electric vehicle in the next 6 years. Everyone switching over to electric cars would have to get rid of their current perfectly fine petrol car, and sure, many people might care about the environment. Many people don't want to give up their current car just to their current car just to switch over to an electric car. That's unfeasible. It costs a lot of money, and it's just a bad idea, right? So it's not. Many people would be unwilling to do that. Another thing is that most car manufacturers produce currently petrol-based cars in order to keep up with market demand, and this would need to change. You would need to change the product mix-up in order to do well with the car in the economy. Second, there's just too little time for everything to change in the next 6 years. Think about it. You know exactly where the nearest petrol station is within nearest petrol station is in comparison to your house. But with the electric vehicle charging station, you don't even know where that is probably within the nearest 100 miles, unless if you have an electric vehicle, right? Moreover, people that are on road trips and like for example isolated areas, there might not even be an electric charging station right now. Switching all these petrol stations and phasing them out of use into electric vehicle charging stations would be completely unfeasible, and it would cost a ton of money, and it would be super unnecessary to and very very hard to do in the next 6 years. Finally, just changing every single car to electric vehicles would be extremely bad for the economy, as it would give a massive advantage to certain car companies, such as Tesla and Nissan, that already produce cars such as the Nissan Leaf and the all Tesla models, such as the Cybertruck, the Tesla Model S, the Tesla Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y. All of those are obviously car models that are electric, and that gives a massive advantage to those car manufacturers. Whereas car manufacturers such as Toyota or Honda, right? Those two car manufacturers have a lot of will have a lot of trouble adapting because they don't make electric car vehicles, because their markets aren't necessarily Washington State. Their markets are like places like Japan and Southeast Asia and South Asia, and they attempt to make their car vehicles cheaper. Obviously, electric cars are more expensive, and if you want to make cheaper cars, it would be very very hard to make electric vehicles and to get your consumer base. This brings up another point that electric cars are very expensive, and thus many people won't be able to afford electric cars, which would make car traveling very hard. All in all, switching to electric vehicles would not work because it would be very unpopular and harmful to consumers and the economy, and there's just not enough time for everything to change.